Hey everybody, it's the 13th Wolfman. You know what today is? Today is day 31 of the 31 Days of Horror. That's right. We're talking about the last day in the 31 days. You know, it's a little bright in here, a little too colorful for the last day, so let's switch things up a little bit. So there you go. Now, on the 31st day of the 31 Days of Horror, I chose to pick a movie from the late 90s, early 2000s. Here you go. So I'll just give you the quick rundown on this. This is kind of a funny story. So, when this movie came out, it was 1999, 2000, somewhere around there. But I'd seen it on cable, you know, like, not long after it first came out. Because I don't think it ever hit the theaters, to be honest. I think it was one of those direct-to-DVD or direct-to-cable movies, you know. And you could buy it on DVD for a while, and then it went out of print. And you couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks. Fast forward to about 2007 to 2010, somewhere in there. I'm not quite sure when it was, but our local Hollywood Video was going out of business. Fire sale. All the Hollywood Videos were going out of business at the time. So I went to Hollywood Video, bought up as much stuff as I could, and I found this. I found the first movie, Bloody Murder. This is the one I'm talking about. Yeah, so I found this, and this was actually shipped from a movie gallery to a Hollywood Video, because you can see that it says gallery on the side, and even on the disc there's a sticker that says movie gallery. So Bloody Murders, you know, comes out, and then about a year later they made a sequel. And that movie came out, and I bought those two movies at Hollywood Video when it went out of business. And I'm like, this is cool because I got movies that are now out of print. That's the way it should go. I'm not going to talk about this one so much, just bring up that I got both of these at Hollywood Video when they were going out of business. So then, I'm like, that's cool. I got Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2. No problem. You know what happens after that? Lionsgate and the brainchild of Lionsgate get together, and they say, "Hey, let's start putting out." Remember, I'm pretty sure most of you guys remember these compilation discs that would come out with like Chud and 976 Evil and stuff like that. Well, guess what they came out with? They came out with the horror collection and had Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2 on it. And the only reason I bought this was because it had Junior, Severed, and Children of the Living Dead, which I didn't have at the time. And I'm like, hey, I could save some space by just getting that. But I also had to get Bloody Murder, Bloody Murder 2, Creepy Crawlers, and Carnivore, which all I had. So, but Bloody Murder takes place at a summer camp. Woohoo! Yeah, there you go. This movie is essentially a Friday the 13th ripoff in a way. I mean, there is some originality in it, you know. Some of the kills are very cool. But, you know, and I guess it's not 100% a Friday the 13th ripoff, because what it is there's this place called Camp Placid Pines, and the children of you know, second generation camp counselors basically are going to go to this camp this year, and bad things start to happen. You never see any kids. This is basically the reason I say it's a Friday the 13th like ripoff is because we're watching them set everything up. You know, kind of like what they did in Friday the 13th. It's like, hey, everyone come on out like about a week early so we could get the camp ready. That's about what happens here. And we do, you know, there's more to the story on that. But I actually like this movie. I know a lot of people rip on it because it is essentially a Friday the 13th knockoff. but it's not that bad of a movie. It's kind of a fun movie. I don't remember I have the second one, as you saw earlier. I don't quite remember how that one goes 100%, so I just, I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't watched this one in a while. This was a fun one to pull out. When I was looking at the 31 Days of Horror, I'm like, you know what? I haven't watched Bloody Murder in a long time. So yeah, the whole hockey mask thing and the chainsaw, there's a character in there, but it's not really. They make you think that there's a character named Trevor Morehouse going around killing everybody, and this is what he looks like. But there's more to it than that. I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, so that's my day 31. I don't know what else to say about this. That's my day 31 of the 31 Days of Horror. I love doing this every year. Just a second. I love doing this every year, and yeah, it's a fun thing. Every year I get more and more horror films, so I don't think I will ever run out of movies to do for the 31 Days of Horror without, and repeat. I don't think I'm ever going to have to worry about repeating. I got just a glutton of horror movies to watch. So thank you for watching the 31 Days of Horror. Thank you for participating, liking, subscribing, sharing, and even commenting. I love all the comments. I try to get to them as fast as I can. Sometimes it takes me a day or two. Sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. And yeah, as always, of course, I am the 13th Wolfman, and that's right. The 31 Days of Horror over, and I'm back out on the prowl.